got a little chill in the air this morning. Getting towards late June. It's a little bit nippy for just this one shirt. But it'll warm up quick. You ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Morning guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Yeah, a little chilly, but it'll warm up pretty quick. I'm going to start off this morning with a Rebel P71. And the wind's kind of blowing me around here a little bit. But yeah, just a standard shad pattern. I said we got a little bit of wind, put a little bit of chop on the water. Trees are moving around a little bit. So I figured try this. Something I can throw a long distance. And work it right along. Oh yeah, you can catch that thing country mile. I ain't thrown this bait since I was on the river. But you know what's interesting is on my way over here, I didn't see anything jumping. I mean, nothing. I got 72-degree water. And, yeah, I'm not seeing nothing. There's one, guys. You won't believe what I caught him on. You won't believe what I caught him on. I caught him on a drop shot. It's a pretty good fish. Pretty good fish. The sun just now pops out. How about that on a drop shot? I'll show you how I have that rigged here in a second. Nice. That's a good start to the day. This water's 78 degrees. Thank you, buddy. Okay, well, let me get myself repositioned here. I'm looking here and I'm seeing that my line is laying as flat as it can be. So that's good. I was out here, I don't know, a couple of weeks back, and I was throwing a drop shot rig. And man, I'm going to tell you what. I had to go in the backyard, and about 3 or 4 different times I had to straighten my line out. It was kinked up so bad, guys, I kid you not. It was twisting around the rod tip when I was trying to cast. That's bad. I don't tolerate that. You guys have been with me long enough know that I don't tolerate line twist. So you done got me boogered up. So what I have done, I'll figure this out in a minute. What I have done is I have put on about a little 1/4 inch swivel. I mean, look how small that little dude is. Can you see it? Little small 1/4 inch, about 6 inches above my hook. I've got a finesse Trocar 4-aught with, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches a leader with an 1/8 inch drop shot, or 1/8 inch drop shot deal. And I got on a Missile Baits Magic Worm. I thought I would give, that's my very first fish on drop shot. So, okay. But it was one of those deals where, yeah, he kind of tore my head up. It was one of those deals where I was given a lesson about drop shots. I was telling Mr. Missile Baits himself, John Cruz. I was telling him a while back when I was in his office. I said, I just can't catch cold on a drop shot, dude. He says, you're fishing it wrong. I says, what am I doing wrong? He said I was using too heavy of a weight. So I was like, all right. And he was telling me about how to work that worm, how to rig it, how to work it. So I don't know if he uses a swivel or not for line twist, but he turned me on to using a straight shank worm hook. That way you can just rig it up Texas style. You can throw it anywhere. But one thing he told me is not to overwork it. So I will take him up on his knowledge and his advice. And I fished that exactly the way he told me to fish it. And that bass hit. And he hit pretty good too. He didn't just load up on me. He hit it pretty good. He was probably sitting about 15 feet. I'm fishing that island again. I've shown you guys a bunch of times. I tell you what, the top water bite is over. So I just now finally saw something pop up right there. Other than that, I haven't seen nothing all morning. Trying out a new scent, bait fuel. Maybe that worked. I don't know. Don't worry, I still got my smelly jelly here. So I don't know. Maybe bait fuel worked. Maybe you just need a little bit of unleaded. I don't know. Maybe some high test. Well, let's try that again. There's one right there. There's another one on my drop shot. Oh my goodness. He was on a bluff. And there was a little stick out of rock. Come on up here, buddy. Come on up here, buddy. I got you. I got you. There we go. I got him. Look here. That was a male. And he's been hooked before. Look at this. Catch and release, guys. Catch and release. That's a good little keeper right there. Almost 2 pounds. He's fat. There he goes. I had him down along the bottom of around the base of his tongue. For a minute there, I thought he swallowed it, but he didn't. That one was on Blueback Secret. How about that? Well, I guess I'll call it. Came out here for a few hours this morning just to have some fun. Man, the topwater bite, done. I mean, it is done. I didn't see anything come up. So apparently the shad spall's finished. They're finished. They're all hanging in cover and deep water and everything else. And that's what I was fishing today, was basically the deep water. I did manage to catch the first one off the side of that island. The second one came off of a bluff. I was sitting probably about 30 foot of water, throwing up on that bluff and just dragging it down. And when I needed to, I just gave it line. Because you don't want this swinging back to you like a pendulum. But I'm glad I listened to John, because he explained it so well to me about, just dragging it. You just drag it, and sometimes you just kind of shake it. And I was doing all kinds of stuff with it, but I was also using too heavy of a weight. This is an 1/8 ounce NACO weight, drop shot weight. Like I said, I got about a 10-inch leader. And I got the Trocar finesse hook. This is a 4/0. As you can see, it's not that big on this 6-inch worm here. And then about 4 or 5 inches above that, so a little swivel. Very tiny little booger. But the trick to this worm is when you go to tie it, you tie it from the bottom of the hook with a Palomar. Tie your Palomar, and that way you can bring that line straight down and get that worm to sit just like that. I'm back in the sunlight again. Oh well. But yeah, drop shot, man. That's my first 2 bass off a drop shot. But yeah, like I said, I was using too heavy of a weight. John said, man, go to 1/8 ounce and maybe a 3/16 if you have to. I mean, he said that's about as far as he goes with it. I'm sure he carries other weights and uses them when he needs to, but I'm very thankful he gave me those little tips like that, because I'm going to tell you what, it paid off today. Like I said, I have never caught a cold on a drop shot. Well, I guess I'm sick now. So that's okay though. That gives me another rig now that I can use, besides just the NACO rig. Which is what I usually throw that worm on, is a NACO rig. But now it gives me a chance to have one of these rigged up and a NACO rig rigged up, and just kind of go back and forth and see which one they prefer. But this is the 3rd color I've thrown today. Just kind of changing with the light conditions and the wind conditions. And this one here is Blueback Secret. I did use John's Juice, and the very first one I used was the Watermelon Violet, because it's a little darker in the morning. It's a little bit darker worm, but these are basically the same 2 colors, except the Blueback Secret is a lot lighter color. But that's all I got, guys. I hope you learned something today with the rigging and how to actually use a drop shot from one of the pros themselves. And so that's it. So I'm glad you got to come along with me, even if it was a short little trip. So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.